Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back. We are back with another Watchalong for another one of our horribly supported teams. Today we have an absolute mammoth game. I really hope it's going to be one of those great ones for the neutrals and not a 0-0 like hype job. I want to see four. I want to see 4 all. I want to see cards. I want to see everything. Straight away, let's get into it. We're with Ed Hall today, who's a Liverpool fan that we've got with us.
I'll tell you what, these games are never disappointing. They've always got goals. I mean, even the last one, Liverpool even though they lost 4-0, they still turned up to the races. You know, these never let me down. I hope it's not the same today.
Straight away, let's get in there. Score predictions.
3-2 to City. I think Liverpool's away form. They've only picked up 4 points away from home. With the defensive frailties we've got, Joel Matip's just coming back. But that is also the cynical Liverpool fan in me. It wants to soften the blow before it happens.
Yeah, that was like me yesterday.
Yeah. What about you?
Personally, Liverpool win, especially seeing how. So here are the lineups. Let's just drop the lineups quickly while I'm talking about it. So this is how Liverpool are lining up. Now, this is why I think Liverpool are going to win this game. And it might not be a 4-2-2 in the end. It might be more of a 4-2-3-1 sort of situation.
It is a 4-2-3-1.
That's how they've got it down. However, I absolutely love that formation. The only two things I'd do, well, only one thing I'd do, actually. I'd just swap Jota for Mane. Have Mane up front with Firmino. But that 4-2-2 for Liverpool is absolutely terrifying with that lineup. So that's how Liverpool are lining up, and that's why I think they'll win. City have lined up like this in a 4-3-3. They've actually got almost a solid back four now, City, after 10 years. That looks like a pretty good back four. Midfield of Rodri, Gundogan, and De Bruyne. So it's just going to be a case of breaking up play and redistributing. And then up front, you've got Ferran Torres, who's on fire at the minute, especially in the Champions League. Jesus, who's coming back, and I'm never too sure about Jesus. And Sterling looking to prove a point as he always wants to against Liverpool. But yeah, so I see Liverpool win. I don't know anyone else. I don't know.
You've got to remember the 4-2-3-1 is something Liverpool occasionally dance with, but it's not a formation we flourish with. On paper, it looks like that's what we want to go for because you're able to fit Jota in. You're able to be a bit more defensively sound. But every time Liverpool have swapped to that formation, they've never quite looked the same team. I think on paper it looks better. If I was definitely playing FIFA, that's what I'd go for. But you've got to remember, this isn't a system we're used to.
Yeah, it's also real life football. Like that won't stay that rigid all game. It will move around. It will adapt to what City, because City might that 4-3-3 might change to a 4-2-3-1. Anything like that, you don't know. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. There's almost like nothing on the line for me here. It's horrible to say. Like I don't think the title race concerns me at the minute, or will do this season. So I can watch this. I'm doing a pep. I've got my turtleneck on as well. So I think just for that, I'll be.
That's where the comparisons end.
Yeah. Well, I'm going bald.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly that. If City win today, what does that mean for the title race, Colin?
If City win today,
Liverpool will remain in fourth.
If City win today, it's a straight shootout between Tottenham and Southampton for the title.
Okay, seriously.
No, but seriously, just looking at the table right now, if City win today, I don't think it does much for the title. It's so congested up there, and I know normally we say. Normally we say we'll see at Christmas what the table's like. I don't even think it'll be Christmas. I think this year it's look at the table in January, February before we can even try and predict what's going to happen or who's going to be there. I mean, there's 3 points in it, really. I mean, as terrible as United have been. Sorry, say we. As terrible as United have been. We've got a game in hand. We win that, and we're 3 points off the top 3. Do you know what I mean? It's so anything can happen at the minute, and anything is happening. If City win, I don't think it puts too much of a dent into Liverpool. If Liverpool win, City not so much in trouble, but I'd like to see Pep getting asked the same questions that the other managers. I agree there with Nata. Liverpool are from the galaxy, far away. I'm assuming that was something that looks like it's like Liverpool are out of this world or something. But
yeah, I think it's out of this world.
Yeah. So, but City, yeah, Pep. If they don't, he needs to start being asked the same questions that every other manager does because they've spent a lot of money. They've got superstars. They're currently not performing as well as they should be either, and not much is really getting said about it. So, I'd like to hear some talk about Pep. Do you know, just a quick one about Pep as well. I don't know. Did you see? I think it was last week. I know it was a week ago or whatever. But when Pep said his time at Barcelona is over, I should hope so, mate. You've been manager of City for 4 or 5 years, haven't you? Like,
I mean, why would you want to go back and damage your reputation there, Stephen? You bang on the money with that. I don't think till Christmas we can start to be making allegations of who's going to win the title. It's a very weird year. But it's one to look forward to. Liverpool have City today. Then they've got Atalanta again, and then they've got Leicester. So it's another big week for Liverpool. I personally think, as a Liverpool fan, without coming across arrogant, I'm not confident with this game. I'm not confident with the Leicester game because they're extremely tricky games. But if Liverpool come out with 6 points in them 2 games, I think Liverpool will win the league this year. I think. I know. But it really. Go on.
There's the international break in between, don't forget.
Exactly that. Yeah. So, and that might benefit City. I don't know how long Aguero's out for this spell because I know he briefly come back and then he was injured again. It's a 2-week break, I believe.
Yeah.
So there you go. Both teams are not the. I see a thing. They're both tired beasts of the last 2 years. They're not the exact team they used to be.
No.
Probably
City
Liverpool are a bit closer to it than City are. Liverpool are just suffering with injuries, but you just feel like City have kind of outlived that Pep Guardiola effect. But Pep's never stayed at a team long enough to change it, so it's all down to him. All eyes on Pep, as far as I'm concerned.
Regarding your fixture list and talking about the Atalanta, then Leicester, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a Liverpool draw or loss against Atalanta because I think you're practically already through the group. I think players will be rested in lieu of the Leicester game. And the second string will play Atalanta, seeing as how you're already through, sort of thing.
I disagree because Liverpool, if they beat Atalanta, guarantee it, and that means they can use 2 remaining games to rest players.
But have they got? Is it Atalanta on the Tuesday, Wednesday sort of thing?
If Atalanta win, I believe Atalanta have 4 points. So if Atalanta win, they go on to 7 points. Liverpool would remain on 9 with 2 games remaining.
Yeah, but
Ajax are already on. What are Ajax on? 6.
Is the Leicester game? Is the Leicester game directly after the Atalanta game? That's what I'm saying.
Directly after.
Yeah. So I would if it's me, if I'm playing Football Manager.
Depends if the Premier League returns on a weekend. I'll have to have a look at that. So I imagine it will go Leicester then Atalanta actually.
Oh, okay. If that is the case, let's just find out. Because if that is the case, then my theory or my planning is out the window. So matches after this. Oh, hold on. So next
it's just showing up on the screen now. Laporte and Ruben Diaz. Laporte's when he does play, when he is fit, he's looked like one of the best centre backs in the world. I think that it's not a bold statement, but Van Dijk and Laporte are the best 2 centre backs in the league for me. Yeah. The problem is with Laporte, he has such a horrible injury record.
Yeah, glass knees. So
is this the partner?
Yet to be seen. We've said that a few times. Otamendi. There's been a few. Nathan Ake. What was the point in signing Ake if you're just going to buy Diaz? So looking at Liverpool's fixtures, it's Leicester then Atalanta. Liverpool do have quite a nice run of fixtures. You've got the Atalanta game, then it's Brighton a few days after. Then you've got Ajax, Wolves, Midtjylland, Fulham. It only really gets horrible again near Christmas, where it's on the 16th. You've got Tottenham. Palace 3 days later, but then it's Palace West Brom until Newcastle on the 28th. So it's not that bad of a run, to be fair.
I believe this comment is from our very own Gav Mack. Yeah, he is old school. That's probably why you love him, Gav. Yeah. But I like the look of Ruben Diaz. Hopefully they've got the defensive unit to partner Laporte, but hopefully it doesn't pay off today. Honestly. But yeah, as you mentioned with the fixtures, that's why I think it's critical Liverpool get 6 points over these next 2 games, because that is a massive statement in a league which you cannot predict.
Right now, anyway. Also, the Ruben Diaz thing, when we're talking about old school, I know that the new way of football is playing out from the back and stuff. That's fine, but you do also need a centre back that just wants to get stuck in, get the ball out, stick it rose head, stick a massive head on it, and I think that's what Ruben Diaz is to the ball playing good passer that is Laporte. So I think like it's a nice little blender.
Yeah, I agree.
And I will pronounce it Laporte and Laporte in the same show, and I will do that for the next hour or so. So don't worry. Stephen has a comment saying very attacking lineup from Liverpool. Jota, Firmino, Salah, and Mane all starting. Yeah. So for those who have just joined us, we were talking about the lineup, and here is the lineup from Liverpool. Well, this is the formation that we've been led to believe is how it's going to play. So let me just get that one up. Let's get
the problem is what I have with this formation is if it's not going the way you hope, if you end up trailing 1-0, 2-0, if it's 0-0 at deadlock, who do Liverpool bring on from the bench? Because that is your strongest attack. Divock Origi's not been in form.
Minamino.
Usually Jota's come off the bench to win these games. He's effective against tired legs.
The one thing is seeing that formation, and even if you play it as like we said as a 4-2-3-1, how effective are Mane and Salah going to be tracking back? Because if City double up on Trent or Robertson, are Mane and Salah really going to come back? Are they going to put the shift in up and down the pitch? I'm not.
They've always been good at that. That's one thing I've got to give them credit for. They've always been good at that. The question is, Joel Matip coming back into the team. Now, he's definitely the most experienced out of Nat Phillips, Williams, and himself. If you were going to pick a player to fill in for Van Dijk, it would be Matip. But he has been injured. He's always injured. And he hasn't played since coming back from fitness. And this is against Manchester City away. Difficult game, do you think, for Matip to return to?
Yeah. Normally, I don't mind Matip, but with the pace of Sterling, Jesus, and Torres, with a returning player who's not known for his pace, he is a bit lumbering. I think that is going to be a bit of a welcome back sort of thing. All right, fellas. All right, Simon. How are we doing? Simon's a fellow. I say fellow. All right, not fellow. Simon is also a Liverpool fan. God, I nearly.
Simon, what are your score predictions? Anyone who's watching the stream, comment what you think is going to happen. I'm really on the fence about this. It's hard to predict either side at the moment. Every time Liverpool looked like they were going to kick on after the Arsenal game, and then we all know what happened at Villa, and it's been very shaky performances. Yet the results are coming back in. Even though I'm wearing a Liverpool shirt, we are not all Liverpool fans. This is not a Liverpool podcast. We cover all the games, and if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see a lot of them.
Yeah, we just have to reiterate that we're definitely not all Liverpool fans.
Yeah, some of us support Manchester United, but we won't go into that. Quickly glossing over the fixtures that's just happened. Tottenham and Leicester both won their games, sitting first and second at the moment. That's more incentive for both of these teams to get 3 points today. If City lose, they still remain on 11 points. There'll be 9 points off Liverpool. Yeah,
I think for Pep and Klopp, these sort of games when you're on not last because there is a game, but when you're on after your challenges and whatnot, and you've got to now get a result. I think it makes the team talk a lot easier. You don't need to go and tell them that they need a win today. Like it's obvious. You've got a chance to capitalise on other results that maybe didn't go certain ways this weekend. You know what happened in the earlier fixtures. Go out there, get it done. We need a win. No messing around.
Gabriel Jesus come back in Manchester City's 3-0 Champions League win midweek. He come on in the last 20 minutes, which means you expect him to play the full 90 here. He'll be fresh as a daisy. He's partnered up alongside Ferran Torres, who's had the spotlight on him in the absence of Aguero. What do you think of Jesus? Is he the man to fill in for Aguero, or is he just another 10, 15 goals a season?
Honestly, right, and it's like I'm a United fan, but I'm not a biased United fan. I'm football first, so I'm not just saying this because it's like he plays for City. I've said this so many times. He is probably the biggest hype job bum ever. Like, honestly, well, not ever, but some of the chances you see this guy miss. He's in a team with De Bruyne, Mara. He's in a team with players that do create a lot of chances for him, and he doesn't seem to do a lot. like there's been games recently where we've been watching him closely, especially like if I've got a shot on target. Say there's like two or three games in a row when I had Jesus to have one shot on target in the game, and the guy didn't even get a shot on target in 3 games. Now I know, like Firmino, who's on screen now, I know that strikers are supposed to offer more, and they do offer more, whatnot. I don't see he offers that much in any aspect. I really don't rate him. He scored his goal in the Champions League the other day, and I'm looking at the goalkeeper for that one as well. But he's going to completely make me eat my words and score a goal today. But Gabriel Jesus, with all the money City have spent in the last 5-6 years, mainly on fullbacks, when I see how much I've spent and I think that Jesus is the heir apparent to Aguero, I don't buy it.
Okay, so Gabriel Jesus, the understudy to Aguero, he also shares the spotlight in the Brazil national team with another Brazilian striker, Roberto Firmino. Now, Firmino has been in the media spotlight for perhaps the last 2 weeks with the emergence of Jota. Most thought he probably wouldn't start the game. Some thought Klopp would lead with Firmino and leave Jota on the bench. We briefly spoke in the Champions League show. Well, I did, on what I think of Firmino. Do you think it's good of Klopp to stick by his man, or do you think Jota should have been dropped? Firmino should have been dropped.
I think it's good. I think it's good that he's stuck by him. Whether it pans out to be a good decision, we'll talk about that after the game with perfect 2020 hindsight. But I think if you're going to if you're going to play them both, then fair enough. Then he doesn't need to be dropped. I don't really buy into the whole he does so much for the team. I don't think he does nothing, like people try and exaggerate and make out that he literally does nothing. But I don't buy the whole that he's a defensive forward and all that, this, that, and the other. I don't necessarily buy into it. But like I said, I don't think he's awful. Again, I'd ask the same question. If you're going for the title again this year and you've got Mane and Salah, is Firmino the goal scorer or the striker or the centre forward that you need to get you 20 goals this season to really push on and win?
I think when that becomes a problem is if Mane or Salah is injured, then you need Firmino to come and pick up the goals. But while they'll both fit, do Mane and Salah score as many goals without Firmino in the team? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Diogo Jota coming in perhaps answers that question of what happens if Salah or Mane's injured. So perhaps it's been a very smart bit of business. As someone who's watched Liverpool week in, week out since Firmino's joined back in 2015-16, I know how much he does for the team. But I also understand if you're watching Liverpool on Match of the Day, if you're watching 2-minute highlights on YouTube, why you might not appreciate the man. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I don't think this season and the back end of last season, he's been in hot form. When he has scored, they've been unmissable chances. I think he's a bit low in confidence, but if there's a game to prove the doubters wrong, it is today against Manchester City.
Yeah, I agree. Like I was saying about if you know that the teams before you have lost or whatnot, then this is the game to put the shift in. Same with the Firmino thing. This is the game to prove the point.
No, I agree. The players are lining up in the tunnel now. Phil Foden's not started the game for Manchester City. I thought he would. Thoughts on Phil Foden?
I'll probably get shot.
Is this another outlandish comment?
It's not an outlandish one. I like Phil Foden. Not at all surprised that Pep hasn't used him properly in the last few years. Even last season when people were absolutely gassing him and saying, and they were like, well, Pep's looking after him well. The guy was getting on the 85th minute, man. Like, what if he's that special? How are you? And I know obviously now David Silva's gone, but even now he's not getting used as much as he should. But I know everyone thinks that they've literally labelled him like the future of English football and that he's such a prodigy. I think he's very, very good. I'm yet to think that he's the future of English football.
Okay, England aside, are City a worse team without Phil Foden?
No. I don't think they're worse without him. No.
No.
I mean, if you
agree with the decision to leave him out of the Liverpool game?
100%. Right. They're showing the lineups right now, right? So they're showing the lineups. So while they're doing that, let's get ours up.
Let's talk about it as well. Pep Guardiola's manager today, by the looks of it.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola's manager today. So this is the lineup they've gone for. Now, But it's a very attacking Liverpool team. So tell me, out of Gundogan, Rodri, and De Bruyne, do you drop to play Phil Foden? And will Phil Foden offer you the midfield stability that you're going to need?
I think when you're playing a 4-3-3, I agree with the decision to leave him out today, because when you're playing against Jordan Henderson, who's going to come, and whatever you think of Henderson as a player is irrelevant. That guy gives 110% every single game. He is the engine to Liverpool. They've gone for vast experience here. Rodri, Gundogan, and De Bruyne. De Bruyne, he's on the team sheet every week. The only reason he's out of it is if he's injured. I understand why Phil Foden's not started. If Phil Foden comes on, he'll be a threat. Phil Foden came on against Sheffield United and scored. Phil Foden scores in the Champions League. He's a player full of confidence.
He is, but I just it's the right decision to drop him for this game. I don't think he has the qualities in midfield that you'll need for this game. Like, I don't think he's that combative. I don't think he's defensively like nuanced enough to play a game like this. So I think it's right. So Sky do have it as a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. Okay, so by the looks of it, we're looking at this two midfielders. Liverpool having a bit of a crisis in terms of midfielders. Obviously, Fabinho got injured when Finnan in the centre-back position. Thiago's yet to come back from injury. Naby Keita's just come back from COVID-19 restrictions. But perhaps this formation is effectively the result of a lack of options in midfield, as well as the fact you want to stick Jota and Firmino in the team.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really interested to see how these two, the way they're both set up, how they both start the first 5-10 minutes. I really hope it's balls to the wall. I don't want to see it being passed around the back for 10 minutes. I want to see him go.
We've got 148 people watching us here. Just before the game starts, I want people to start commenting their predictions, because I've gone for a 3-2 loss purely based on Liverpool's away form. Cotton's gone for a Liverpool win. I don't know what score he's going for here.
I'm going a convincing win. I'm going Liverpool to win and to score over 2 goals.
Okay, but do you expect City to score?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that. The
I'll be
players
back in 2 seconds. I've got to go put one headphone on charge. That sounds stupid, but apparently that's what.
No problem. So our players are lining up around the centre box right now. And I think the players will give a minute's silence to honour those in the armed forces.
What's this? Is this another minute silence for Van Dijk? Is it?
It's behave. But Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, the two greatest managers of this current Premier League season. Sorry, the two best managers in the Premier League right now. I worded that poorly. And that's not a disrespect to Jose Mourinho. Michael Owen, it's going to be all about goals in this game. And that's why Michael Owen is the future of English commentary. What do we think, Michael Owen? Two up top, 160 viewers.
I got 170 on mine, 171.
We got 171 across all social media. Speaking of all social media, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the same handle, 2 Up Top Football. We post regular content. These watch-alongs will be much more frequent as we're all locked in our houses doing nothing. But at least we're sport to top quality football.
Yeah, not like last lockdown when we were stuck watching Belarusian Premier League.
Usually, I remember last time we got stuck with England football. But you know, we'll be covering the international games when they come. But for the time being, let's just enjoy some good football before that comes.
Also, my opinion on this, Ed, just while we've got nothing to talk about.
Okay.
It's very nice for a non-alcoholic version. Okay. It tastes almost like the real thing, but there is like a hint of like it almost tastes like root beer with the aftertaste, like a little bit of like.
It's probably because of how cold I left it.
Maybe like a little bit of like a deep heat taste, not a bad like.
Potentially,
I mean, I could think.
Potentially,
I like it.
I like it. As someone who doesn't drink, I'll tell you what, Colin, I'm really nervous about this game now. It's starting to dawn on me as a fan that we're playing Manchester City away without Fabinho or Van Dijk.
I wouldn't be too panicky, mate. I think you'll be all right.
All right, everyone. Score predictions in the chat. Score predictions in the chat. Cotton will give away a Patrick Bamford shirt if you get it right.
If Patrick Bamford scores 10 goals
if Patrick
in
Bamford
this game.
scores. 290 people currently watching the stream. Pleasure.
Sensible today. Having a shandy.
And we've gained 60 followers since the stream began.
Beautiful. That's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to see. 327.
That's what we like to hear.
Players taking a knee to show support for Black Lives Matter.
Good. Still should be doing it.
Still relevant. Still a hot topic. And Liverpool kick off. No room for racism. Let's do this.
Please don't be 0-0. Please don't be 0-0.
I know, it'd be the absolute worst. But, I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't be too disappointed with a draw. But as a neutral, I'd be gutted with that performance.
Do you know, honestly, I think your kit's so nice this year.
With the shorts. It's not
the
nice
back
by
collar
itself.
bit. The back collar bit is absolutely horrid.
Jackie Hall, 2-2. That is my mother. She has the football knowledge of a mother. So
hey, listen, I'm putting a tenner on right now on 2-2. Here we go.
2-2.
Rounding the keeper.
Hi, mum. Anyway, Carlos Gomez, 3-2 City. I agree. Oh, Firmino. Oh, that was an opportunity there for Liverpool. Squandered it. 414 people. Welcome. 3-2. Jota, Salah, Sterling, Torres. Not the Torres I'm fond of, but still a Torres nonetheless. I tell you what, Edison did good to get a touch to that. 3-1 by T-Ha. T-Ha. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, pal. Liverpool have started strong. There seems to be a lot of space at the back.
Oh, Liverpool have started very strong.
I think we've got a bit of a delay here, me and you.
Yeah, I think we might do.
Don't worry about it. I can sync it back up.
I'll just keep quiet for now.
You're just going to keep quiet for now. Does that mean that Liverpool have scored?
No. That's what I mean. Like, seeing as how you're the Liverpool fan, I'll keep quiet if something happens, sort of thing. So I don't.
I'm on 2 minutes exactly.
I'm on 1:59. Yeah, I'm on 2.
Fantastic. So we've all synced up. Tim Sherwood or Mokel Owen, think carefully. 4-2 Liverpool. Liverpool win. I'll tell you what, we're getting a lot of Liverpool wins in the comments. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I'm expecting that as well. And you've seen, like I said, the first few minutes I wanted to see balls to the wall football, and Liverpool are just absolutely going for it straight away.
How does Pep Guardiola re-spark this Manchester City team after the heights they reached? Because when you're trying to replicate that style of football, he doesn't have the same players. He has some of the same players, but they're perhaps aged. Does Pep have it in him to come up with a new system? Or does he have a new system?
I don't think he needs a new system. I just think now they're kind of going through not so much a transition, but the players are aging and he's losing certain players. He's lost company. His midfield is Gundogan's not getting any younger. I think all he needs to do is get a few more players in to really suit the system he likes, and I think they could be back up there.
Firmino on the ball.
I don't think that Jesus is the right backup for Aguero. There's a few players that are as good as Ferran Torres has been recently.
Yeah.
Is it a purple patch? Will he be that player in the long run? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Yeah, I agree. I tell you what, I've got a feeling based off the way this starts, it's going to be an open game. City win, Liverpool win. Like my comment, says Matt. And no one in the box to back up Sterling.
But that's what I mean, because like a proper striker has the instinct to get in there and get on the end of that.
Salah, fantastic. Poor ball.
Go on, Salah. Ball up to Robertson. Ball back in towards Salah. Oof.
Mo Salah scored 7 goals this year. Looks like it's going to be another goal fest from the Egyptian.
I've got a nice little Salah to have one shot in the first half. The game has a nice flow to it. It really does. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want a stale 0-0 defensive start. I wanted to see people going for it, and they really
Man
are.
City win. I tell you what, it's very 50-50 in the comments, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a 50-50 game. The two best teams in England's going at it.
I mean, let's not forget the fixture towards the end of last season. What did it end? City 4-0, 5-0?
4-0. Liverpool had just won the title.
Yeah, I was going to say they'd already won the league. It was foot off the gas, wasn't it? Everyone was hungover.
One thing we should think about is that in the last 2 seasons, this fixture has been seen as the defining game to decide the title race.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting what it is this year with the emergence of Tottenham Hotspur and Leicester. Liverpool win again. Hi. Pleasure. Thanks for stopping by. City 3, Liverpool 1.
There's a lot of 3-1s. There's a lot of 3-1s floating around. So they are playing a 4-2-2. If you see the way they're set out at the minute, Liverpool, they're playing that 4-2-2.
I know, but according to the layout Sky Sports presented us, it is still a 4-2-3-1.
I'm not sure with the way that they're playing. It looks Henderson versus De Bruyne is going to be nice. Go
on, Salah. Leaving himself in a bit of danger there. 535 people. Thanks for stopping by. Tell us what you think your score predictions are going to be in the chat.
We're 6 minutes in, and I think that's the third time that Ederson's come steaming out the box and not collected a ball.
Well, Manuel Neuer has left a long-lasting effect on the Premier League, hasn't he?
Oh, the Atalanta keeper was trying it against you midweek. He just came out for everything, man.
Yeah.
Mohamed saying Liverpool 1-0. I'll be very surprised if there's 1 goal in this game.
I will be. Diogo Jota runs past his man. Tell you what, Mo Salah looks sharp already.
He does. He looks like he's up for it today. Was that Ruben Diaz? Who was that? Oh, was it Cancelo? Whoever it was just stopped Salah like he was absolutely nothing. Oh, it was Cancelo.
Liverpool 1-0, Liverpool 3-2. We've also got a City 2-1. Honestly, if you wanted to go off the comments, it's pretty much 50-50 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Mane looks potentially offside there. Offside flag has gone off now. Nice opening 7 minutes.
Nice, yeah, very nice. Quick. Here's one for the chat, and we're asking for opinions and questions. Is it time for Sadio Mane? Hello, Mauro. Goodbye, Mauro. Is it time for Sadio Mane to admit defeat on the hairline? Should he shave it all off? It's literally the hairline starting here. Now, listen, I can't really talk, but is it time for Mane to get rid of the hairline?
I think it gives him that nice little slipstream when running in behind players. So I think tactically,
go faster.
Tactically, it benefits Liverpool. So I'm going to keep the hair.
You'll
never walk alone. Thank you very much. Salah goals and assists. I'm assuming you have him in your fantasy team. I do too. Gary Neville on the commentary.
Do you know what? A shandy with cloudy lemonade is actually quite nice.
I bet it is.
City 2-1. To be fair, anything could happen.
Yeah, I'm not turning my nose at any of these score predictions.
Sterling has to.
The thing is with Liverpool is Liverpool will play this high press, and City are very much one of the most comfortable teams. And Jordan Henderson, that's exactly what you want to see against Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying, the De Bruyne Henderson battle is going to be really interesting to watch.
Well done, Wijnaldum. Mane lockdown hair was the way forward for me.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're in agreement there.
I know everyone says it and everyone's been saying it all weekend with the commentary, but it seems such a shame there's no fans there today.
Oh no, of course, it'd be booming. But I'll tell you what, I do enjoy hearing the management staff and the players shout. It's very insightful.
Yeah. Plus, I've just realised they are at the Etihad, so there probably wouldn't have been many more today than they're actually there.
It's at max capacity, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, I can see a steward. Why is there a steward? Why is there a steward on the stairs? What's he stewarding? That's amazing. That's got to be a legal issue. Surely, by law, they have to have a steward there or something, because there's literally one steward.
It could be for perhaps fire safety. Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It must be a legal standpoint or something, because that is hilarious.
Sterling is gonna score, and Sterling demanded a penalty. I'd be very surprised if he got that.
If it was a foul, which it wasn't, it was just strength. It was outside the box anyway.
Joe Gomez did well then. Cotton and Ed Hull, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, yeah.
I don't like how you put Cotton first, but sure.
Go on then, Salah. Off you go. Off you go.
4.
I thought that was the wrong pass. I know it's obviously we can see a lot better on the screen than they can while they're playing. I thought the ball through to Salah.
Mane running in. Penalty. Option. That's a penalty. Liverpool penalty. There is no questions about that.
It is. Kyle Walker's had an absolute stinker.
Penalty to Liverpool. Alex Osborne. Mohamed Salah takes penalties. Mohamed Salah takes all the penalties.
Good. Salah shot on target in the first half. Do not let me down, Mohamed Salah.
He'll still get a shot on target unless he skies it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the slow motion replay. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. It's light, but he welcomed the contact. That is a penalty. Mohamed Salah, he's actually missed a penalty this season. His conversion rate is very strong. He doesn't seem a natural penalty taker to me, though. I'll be honest with you. People in the comments, will Salah score? Give me a yes or a no.
I don't care if he scores. I just
Stonewall penalty. Thank you, Alex.
I don't know about Stonewall. It might be a penalty. I'm not sure about Stonewall.
Okay, Mohamed Salah hasn't missed a penalty this year. We've got another prediction from Sanioto, 2-1 Liverpool.
Are they? As the? Okay, so the VAR's complete. Whatnot. Why is the ref doing that thing like from the office? Like, you're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your job.
I'm nervous. Yes. We're getting a load of yeses. He's going to score in the comments.
Well, don't forget they're probably a second ahead of us, so try not to look.
1-0 Liverpool. Mohamed Salah bringing it retro.
There we go.
It just
start things off as we mean to go on.
Okay, that's a good start for Liverpool.
That's a good start.
It's been a good start to the game, though. Liverpool
has been a very good
start to the game.
Good penalty as well. That's the kind of penalty you want when it's under pressure, not the one that Lookman took last night.
Goal. Thank you, Alex. Liverpool 3-0. We're getting predictions for now. Any new people to the stream, please follow our Facebook page. We'll be doing these a lot more frequently during lockdown.
I don't think that's a foul on Sterling from Jota either.
Not sure how, but I'm good 30 seconds ahead of you guys. That's probably because you're watching
on Now TV.
Yeah, we're watching on Now TV. There'll be a 30-second delay. So enjoy it, and you can catch our reactions.
Our delayed reactions. Here we go. Yeah, ball over the top. Through to Mane. Is he onside?
How good was Messi yesterday? Messi's the only player in form at Barcelona. Even ter Stegen's not having a great year, bless him.
I love the fact that Koeman made a point by leaving Messi on the bench, and he came off the bench and got like 2 goals and an assist.
Well, a side note from the Liverpool game, Barcelona are in dire need without Messi.
Right, bear with me, Ed. I need to change my headphones. And
that's absolutely fine. We've got a Liverpool 2-0 prediction from Napoleon. Napoleon, tell us, are you a Liverpool fan or a Manchester City fan? I'm also watching it now on TV and like 30 seconds ahead too. Well, either way, Alex, just don't spoil the game for us. And then if you see something happen, you can see our delayed reactions.
It might just be a case of because obviously we're streaming as well, so it might be just taking a little bit more on our internet.
Yeah, we might be using up some bandwidth on the stream. We've all got some angry faces. I'm assuming these are some Manchester City fans.
Right, I'm back in. There we go.
Oh, Raheem Sterling with the pace. Really putting on the afterburners there.
See you later.
A Liverpool goal kick, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We're hoping Raheem Sterling doesn't have a fight with Joe Gomez today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on, I'm going to charge. I'm going to charge his headphones.
Well, that was the talking point of the 4-0. Always Pep Guardiola fan. So, are you a Barcelona fan at heart, and that's where you started your journey with Pep Guardiola? I'm a big Pep Guardiola fan, in truth. Just I always want to beat him. But he is a fantastic manager, one of the greats.
Second half, much before them.
I am concerned Pep Guardiola only has a plan A, though.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't respect him for what he's done in football.
Yeah, I think, but he's always been like that. Even at Barca and Bayern, it was only a plan A. But it was like literally like the players were so good and the football they were playing was so good that they didn't really need a plan B a lot of the time because they were 3-0 up. The
thing is with Pep Guardiola, yes, bro. Well, yeah, I would have thought so. But he's a fantastic manager. The problem is his system only suits elite players. So I don't know if he could do it with players who can't meet that bare minimum. I think if you stuck him at a lower league team, he would not do well. Oh, good ball into the box.
Talking about good balls, Harry Kane's goal earlier was a good ball. But there was a goal last night, Thiago Silva's for Chelsea. That ball in from Ziyech was oof. Like it doesn't matter that it was Thiago Silva. Literally anyone scores that goal because the delivery is so wicked. It's just asking to be just glanced in.
Yeah, I agree.
Mad to think that Kevin De Bruyne is like old. Well, not old now, but like he's getting on a bit.
How old is Kevin De Bruyne?
I want to say 27, 28.
Look it up. How old is Kevin De Bruyne?
Is he at an
age where he has to leave Man City to win a Champions League? Or is he still young enough to long it out?
Kevin De Bruyne is 29. Yeah, I thought he was getting on a bit.
I'll tell you what, Firmino's played very well in that deep role. Sadio Mane. Was he going to get another penalty from Kyle Walker? No. Jordan Henderson seems to be beating De Bruyne to every single one of these balls at the moment.
Yeah. But you're always going to get that from Henderson. He wants to win every ball. He wants to win every tackle. Like that is
poor shot though.
That is his bread and butter.
Mane is having Walker on toast here. Well, let's not forget Walker scored the winner against his old club, Sheffield United. So I would say he's been in quite good form this season. But no, he's had a stinker today so far. Man City are seeing a lot of the ball, though. And just that simple path like that can open Liverpool up.
It's what Pep teams do, though. They do want to hold a lot of the ball. They do want to dominate possession.
Kevin De Bruyne. Oh.
It's a nice compact Liverpool defence, though.
Well, but because of how you can see Mane and Salah are a lot deeper than usual. They're supporting the left back and right backs in a game like this.
Which is the question I asked before the game. Will they be able to fill that role? And it looks like they're really up to the task.
Well, I mean, they've got the pace to make up the lost ground. Oh, he's gone for that long ball. Didn't work out.
Nice control there from Eric.
Kyle Walker, he does seem like a frustrated player in most games I watch him in. Perhaps he wants to win. I understand that, but it always gets to a point where he just gets unnecessary yellow cards because he gets stressed out in a game.
Yeah.
And I can see it happening in this game already. He's gave away a penalty.
You can already see his body language, man. Like he's just, if there's a scrap, Walker's going to be involved.
Of course. Sterling again, it looks another player increasingly frustrated. And with balls like that, you can't blame him. 157 likes on our Facebook video. Anyone who's new, follow the channel. Be greatly appreciated. And tell us what you think on the game. Salah isn't doing that. He's playing striker. Jota is the working back along the right flank.
Well, as long as one of them's doing the job, that's
no,
it.
It's the four of them. But that's what Salah's role is.
I think that the long balls and the diagonal balls you're trying are just too readable at the minute. That's a nice interception there from Matip.
You're right. Kevin De Bruyne is the vital key for this Manchester City. I nearly said Barcelona, this Manchester City team. You do wonder what they'd be without him.
Well, look at his assists last year. Not even just his assists, his key passes, his completed passes, everything. The guy was an absolute machine. He even got quite a few goals last season as well. I say quite a few. I'm doing that a disservice. But De Bruyne last year was just unplayable. I know it's early doors, but this Liverpool defence doesn't seem to be having any issues dealing with anything. It seems
that's because they've still got Joe Gomez, he's our starter centre back, and Joel Matip is no pushover. We've always liked Joel Matip. He's certainly good enough to be a backup centre back. He's tall, he scores goals, and Mohamed Salah.
Nice defensive work there from Mane to win the ball. Corner to Liverpool. Yeah, that was really, really good work from Mane in the middle of the park there to nick that ball away.
I know it was, but that's what they do. It's the high press. They force the error in the final third of the pitch. That is the Liverpool game plan. And for a team like Man City, who likes to sit on the ball, that's why Liverpool have always suited playing against Manchester City. But Man City can break Liverpool's defence at any opportunity.
Look at Trent doing the aeroplane, which is obviously a signal for a training ground corner.
Oh, yeah, of course. Liverpool are just a better team, Alex Osborne. I think Liverpool have been a better team in the last 12 months, yes. But, I mean, let's not forget, these two exact teams, near enough the same teams, got 98 points and 97 points. Like that. The only reason Liverpool grew so much in terms of their stature was because of the levels Manchester City set under Pep Guardiola. I think the problem is, like, we all go, oh yeah, City are brilliant, but we're more vocal when City start to play bad. Like, we can't, like, they've not been one of the best teams in English history in the last 2 or 3 years.
But this is like I was saying earlier, though. So if City lose this game, right? If City lose this game, I know they have played Liverpool, but if City lose this game, right, they will be 1 point ahead of United. Now, where is all the agenda for how much Pep has spent and how Pep isn't getting the best out of his players and how he's not the right man for the job? Where's all that energy that Ollie gets when they didn't win the league last year? Neither did we. We got to a European semi last year and a cup semi. What did City get? Where's the?
But you've got to remember, you end up getting some leeway when you have won trophies. City have won a lot of trophies in recent years. So
I get that, but they've also spent a lot of money.
You haven't. They have spent a lot of money. But that's what I mean. Up to 2 weeks ago, it wasn't obvious that City were having such a horrendous season. I know they lost to Leicester. 5-2, was it? Or was it 5-1? Might have been 5-2 in the end.
I think it was 5-2.
5-2. Yeah, look, City are nowhere near the team they was, but with a few players coming back, expect City to go on a run. It's just a very chaotic start to the season. Put it this way, you wouldn't want to be playing City no matter what week it is.
No.
You never look at City and go, oh, that's an easy team. It might be the best time to play City, but it doesn't mean that you want that fixture. Liverpool still winning 1-0 from a Mo Salah penalty, bringing Mo Salah's goal tally to 8 goals this season. So much for a one-season wonder, you would say. Wijnaldum gives away the ball in a dangerous area there. Oh, Sterling should have done better then.
He's got to pass the ball. He's got to pass it there. But what a ball that was from De Bruyne. That is literally what we were talking about. City haven't been spectacular. They haven't been at their sparkling best. But just one pass, and it's all open again. What a ball from De Bruyne.
I would have fancied that to be 1-1 then.
I think Sterling might even have to hit it first time.
Let's talk about Raheem Sterling. Let's go back to the Centurion season. He scored 26 goals. Does he perform better with other attackers in the team, or is he good enough to be the sole attacking spark for City?
I think he does better with other attackers in the team. He is good enough to get you a lot of goals out wide, but I wouldn't want to lead the line with Sterling. I wouldn't want to pin all of my goals on Sterling. No way. Because
one criticism I had of Sterling back when he played for Liverpool is that he was always in great spaces, but he had an awful shot on him. He always it was like a flick. He could never strike a ball cleanly. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he seemed to amend that under Pep. But he seems to have fell back into some old habits of late. Up until now, Liverpool have protected their defence very well.
We literally we said that they've been doing really well. So far, obviously anything can happen, but Gomez and Matip don't look like an issue playing together. So
why it's 1-0, certainly anything can happen, especially when you're the away side, especially when you possess players like Kevin De Bruyne. That's not a foul. Good, he didn't get up. Tell you what, Matip's played a good game, considering the stature of game he's been forced back into. We see a lot of Liverpool 3-2s, a lot of City 3-2s in the comments. No reason to suggest that won't happen.
Well, I'd like to see some more goals. I definitely would like to see some more goals.
I think we will see some more goals. No team wants to overly commit just yet. Expect to see much more of that in the second half. Both these teams can punish each other at any given moment. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They've both got the players that have got the quality, like that De Bruyne pass, that they can unlock at any minute.
Rumour mill says Firmino to Spurs, sent to Liverpool. That is got to be made up. There's no way.
That is from when you check the gossip and it's courtoffside.com. That's
90 minute. Yeah. Listen, that'd only happen when you're simming a season on FIFA.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned. If Liverpool were to lose Firmino, I wouldn't mind a player like Son, but that's in this make-believe world where their kind of signings happen. I think Firmino still has a lot to offer. I think he's played very well today, actually. So,
that was a foul throw. I could only see Firmino going to Tottenham if Kane left, because that would be like the replacement.
I'll tell you what, Liverpool did well to get out of that.
It was a foul throw from Robertson that started the whole procedure.
But that ended up benefiting City.
Yeah. Look at Mane out wide. Wrong ball. De Bruyne, I don't know. Every time the camera is on De Bruyne, he looks a bit like he's dragging his feet a little bit, and he might be carrying something.
I tell you what, De Bruyne looks a very defeated man when they got knocked out of the Champions League.
He looks very frustrated today, mate. He looks like he's fed up.
Well, I think he is fed up because City were a team who were promising riches, and they've just seemed to be on the decline in the last 18 months.
Oh, that was nearly a beautiful ball for Mane from Salah there.
I know it was. But that's the thing. De Bruyne seems to have carried on progressing while City have started to egress. Yeah, exactly.
But like we were saying earlier, Salah definitely looks up for it.
Offside there from Salah. Definitely right decision made there. I think Liverpool can't complain too much in these opening 30 minutes, though.
I don't think there's anything to complain about. I think it's been a really good start. Everyone's stuck to their tasks well. Everyone's done the job that's been asked of them. Liverpool
3, City 1. Diogo Jota gets a touch on that to make it a Liverpool throw-in on our end. I tell you what, 3-1 has been 3-1 and 3-2 have been the most shouted scores in this stream so far. Thanks to everyone who's followed us today. We've actually gained 100 followers in this stream alone.
Beautiful.
So that's always greatly appreciated.
That is what we like.
Liverpool have some options on the bench, i.e. Naby Keita. He's yet to really get some minutes since returning from COVID, but I can't see Keita make an appearance unless Liverpool start trailing or drawing the game.
I can't see Klopp making a sub.
I can see Klopp making a sub, especially when... I mean, who does City have to bring on? They've got Phil Foden, who I think will definitely make an appearance. Alex Osborne. Fantastic goal.
And the bum that I've been criticising for not doing enough.
Alex, do me a favour, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Leave it another 10 seconds before you comment it.
Yeah, we have said, yeah.
Yeah. So that looks like a goal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It was a good turn by Jesus. And we carry on, 1-0.
Alex, what were we saying earlier about the turn and finish, Makeda-esque style?
Fantastic turn by Jesus there.
Oh, he's absolutely mugged Trent off a treat there. Oh, that touch is just... Oh, my Lord.
City back in the game, 1-0.
Gary Neville, stop saying he's world class. I've absolutely destroyed him before the game.
Yeah, exactly this. So, I think we're on for a Jesus hat-trick now. Cotton's slated him. Liverpool need to sharpen up now because they're giving away the ball a lot.
But just as we've been... De Bruyne, just as we've been saying how good Liverpool has been defensively, Trent was wrong side there. He was all at sea. Everyone looked like moved over one extra, so it wasn't particularly dealt with well. De Bruyne's got time and space there. That is one person you don't want to give the ball.
Kind of come out of nothing, but that is how both teams operate.
We were literally just saying they've got the quality that, like we were saying, they've got the quality that De Bruyne passed down the corridor just beforehand. And that's all it takes. If you've got a player, Jesus, of quality that can just turn on the ball and it needs one chance, one shot, that's it. Now, do Liverpool shrink a little bit now? Do they start panicking and think we need to tighten up a bit, or do they carry on playing
changes there, Alex? I think it was just a fantastic ball into the box. It was one of the few occasions Liverpool ain't actually closed down the man. He had tons of time to bring that ball in. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. That was a 50-50.
Well, there was something wrong with that because he went down screaming. So he wins the free kick.
Yeah, exactly. Gabriel Jesus' tash. What is that about, man?
Movember.
No, but he always has it. It looks horrid.
Does he actually shave the little line in it in the middle? He must.
I mean, I suffer from that, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We can't all be gifted with fantastic facial haircut on.
Yeah, but you've got other people around you have got like normal hairlines, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got a fantastic set of hair.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, exactly. And Jesus is not happy about that decision.
Going down like Michael
I mean, look at the
Sheen
space Kyle Walker's in here. Look, he's got so much time. Fantastic touch by Jesus. Deserved a goal just from that move alone.
To be fair, you can see, other than Jesus tapping that in, Jota hasn't come back and tracked enough. If Jesus lays that one more to Sterling, Sterling is in acres of space on his own as well. So
4.
little defensive lapse there.
Sadio Mane. Oh, if there was a man you wanted it to fall to, it was Diogo Jota in that position.
It's just come off. It's just come off the front of his toes. What have you got there? What you got?
Free teller.
Oh.
Free teller.
I've got a double decker in the next room that I'm just like, I can't stop thinking about it, man.
I know. I'm having to put my mic up so I can discreetly eat it without you not hearing it.
Is that what you went into the co-op for? Snacks?
Yeah, I needed a sandwich. I've got to treat myself.
Oh,
later,
okay.
But
what was it like in there? Was it Apocalypse Now or was it all right?
It was rammed. Why is the co-op always so rammed?
It's always rammed, man. When I went in there yesterday at halftime, what was that this morning? No, it was yesterday. I went in there and honestly, I was queuing to get in. Everyone's panicking again, aren't they? So, but I live next door. Like, surely I get some like preferential treatment. Surely I'll get like a little card that I can just walk in there with, like, flip it out like the FBI. Like, let me in.
Yeah, Bolton Mandem.
Yeah, exactly. Let me in.
Unfortunately, not.
He's chewing your fruit, aren't Yeah, City do look like they are engaging a bit higher up.
Yeah, Liverpool are struggling to get the ball off City as it stands.
Yeah, that's what, like I was saying. Liverpool they do seem like they've shrunk a little bit. Oh, nearly lost the ball there. But when City do get in the half, look how many red shirts there are there. There was 2 full walls of red shirts there.
The game has definitely quietened down, though.
For now.
Yeah, that's what I mean for now. I mean, you look at where we are. Liverpool definitely dominated the first 30 minutes. No, probably 25 minutes of this game. And it looks the remainder has been Manchester City. So
this is what happens when you allow City to ease back into the game. They'll just take a stranglehold on possession, and then they'll either bore you to death or just wait for you to make a mistake, or they will just overrun you.
I mean, I think the good thing is that obviously we're 8 minutes away from half time, so that gives Klopp time to remotivate his players, reorganise his players, and take hold of the second half. We could end up seeing a direct replica. Liverpool dominate the start of the second and City ease their way back into it. But there could still be another goal in this half. I hope not, unless it's for Liverpool.
De Bruyne's involved. Anything that City do that is good, De Bruyne is it's in the heart of it every time.
Diogo Jota.
It's crazy to think that Kyle Walker's like 30-something as well.
But this is what I mean. Manchester City have a lot of players entering the latter stages of their career.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, let's say Aguero comes back. There's nothing to indicate Aguero should be declining.
But Pep,
I mean, he's been injured. He's been injured so much we haven't seen De Bruyne decline. He could already be on the decline.
You can look at Barca, you can look at Bayern, you can look at City. Pep doesn't like developing young talent, and that's not even like an opinion. Fact. He likes Bayern. Ooh.
Of course they're on that. We'll have a look at the replay.
I'll carry on the Pep talk in a minute. The Pep talk.
There's no point getting in the ref's face about it because they're going to look at it at VAR.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, what do you expect the ref to do? Oh, you know what? You've convinced me.
Oh, that's handball, mate. That's handball. That's a penalty. That's handball. If they're giving the one earlier in today's game, that's a penalty.
I know. Listen, I haven't seen a good enough replay to indicate that's an handball. Let's have a look. That's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
That's a penalty. Unfortunately, that is a penalty. Look, that is a penalty with how the law is set.
Yeah, the current laws of the game are that even when it's in fast motion, mate, his hand's in an unnatural. His arm's out. And at the end of the day, his arm has stopped that ball making its way into the box. Yeah, he's got to. Like Gary Neville just said, they've got to give that them. But this is exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? It's still the referee's decision now. The VAR has advised him to go look, but it's still the referee's decision now.
But the referee never overturns it. There's never been one situation where...
Well, he knows it's not a penalty in the real world, says Gary Neville. Then don't give it then. He's the referee.
That is a penalty. We're looking at a Manchester City 2-1. It's given. Alex, you're a little bit ahead of us, please. Like, you are spoiling the game.
Yeah, we've asked twice, Alex. Can you just, like, calm down with it, please? Obviously, we know we're behind everyone else, but like it's for the reactions and stuff, and we can't react if we know what's going on. So who takes the penalty? De Bruyne?
De Bruyne will take the penalty. I mean, there's no point giving it reason. There's no point us just saying this is a penalty for this reason. Like, it's a penalty. It shouldn't be a penalty, but this is what the rules are.
So, mate, honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I look at that and I think that's a penalty. I can't. I know the new handball rule's horrible and it's whatever it is, but that's a penalty for me. Like, you've stopped the ball from getting into the box because it's hit your arm. Like, it's unfortunate. I don't think he's meant to do it, but it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
And he's missed. And he's missed. De Bruyne has missed the penalty.
Wow, not even on target.
Fantastico.
Wow.
And there you go. Justice served in terms of a professional.
De Bruyne, what? I am absolutely gobsmacked.
And there you go, Alex. I agree. Oh my God. And Liverpool will be so grateful for that decision. Can Liverpool now get a second goal to rub salt in the wounds?
Alex, though, I did see that oh my God before the penalty was taken. So, like, for the third time of asking, please, mate, can you just calm down with the spoilers?
Henderson, poor ball, but still works out thanks to Roberto Firmino. I'm gobsmacked that is not that he didn't bury that.
To not even hit the target as well.
Because the fact of the matter is, it doesn't even make that a talking point now because no one scored a goal from it. But it's another highlight. People, tell us in the comments, do you believe that the rule should be changed, or do you think we should keep it like that so that there's no grey area in terms of what's a handball or not? You just got to take it on the chin. Is that a penalty or was that not a penalty? Feed crash last 5 minutes. Nothing important happened, right? Oh, you missed nothing, mate. Absolutely nothing. It's been a ball fest. Sadio Mane. Wow. Wow. That was some great defending there. Can I just say that?
Yeah, but he's got to pull the trigger.
Ooh.
Mane's got to pull the trigger there, man.
No, that was some great defending. Mane did brilliant to get in there. Look, if you have a look at this replay, look, Mane's through. Nah, they closed him down.
I'm honestly, I'm fully expecting Mane to switch that onto his other foot and curl that top bins.
He does it a lot. He does it a lot. He just I've caught between two minds, but I do think it was good good defending to force the error there.
Well, to be fair, we've had 2 goals and a penalty missed, so we didn't want a dead first half, and we've not been given a dead first half.
So anyone who had a 3-1 prediction, you're still in the game.
Yeah. Well, they still could have been if City would have scored that.
If it was a 3-1 City, of course. Mohammed with the most amazing comment I've ever seen.
that was my reaction to De Bruyne missing a penalty without even forcing a save.
Yeah, exactly.
Speechless. Does that rattle Joe Gomez a little bit? Does that put him on edge? Does that make him want to try even harder?
But the good thing is you're so close to the second half, Joe Gomez can recover from this. Because I think Joe Gomez... But Liverpool, Liverpool still look quite shaky now. Since that first goal's gone in.
If you're Klopp now, you want to get to half-time, get them in, calm them down.
I mean, I'm so glad Alisson's playing because Adrian would have just parried that.
Oh, yeah, that would have gone back to the penalty spot. Yeah.
Oh, free kick.
It's clumsy. Doesn't need to be making that sort of foul there.
I tell you what, so far this game has lived up to the hype. I mean, yes, there could be more goals, but you don't feel confident in either team.
There's been plenty of action.
Oh, it's been plenty of action. As I said, these games never disappoint because both their styles suit each other so well.
Who hits this? Trent?
Trent will take this. He'll definitely be favourites to take this. The thing is with Liverpool, they actually don't have an out-and-out free kick taker. I mean, yes, Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Trent's, if he's right-footed, like in most positions, Trent can't take the free kick. like this now is perfect for Trent.
Ederson with that pedo tash as well. What is going on? I still love to this day the footballers doing this when they're talking about like taking a free kick or whatnot. Like,
ooh, whipped it in fast, too much height on the ball. That looks to be all the action for the end of the first half. You still have a minute 30.
But you'd imagine Ederson's going to take a while with this goal kick.
Now that we've seen the first half of football, I'd be interested to know what people's score predictions are now after seeing the opening 45 minutes. Has your opinion changed? Were you saying City, now you're saying Liverpool, vice versa? Just put in the comments how you think this game's going to end now.
Views on the penalty as well. Because obviously they'll talk about it at half-time, but we want to talk about it at half-time as well. I want to hear people's views on the penalty and whether they think it was. See, that's Gav saying Movember. I did think this earlier.
Oh, poor ball.
I did think this earlier, but people like Ederson and Jesus have them all year round, so there's no excusing that.
Look.
That's a foul? Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, no. It's definitely a foul. 2 up top football. Our very own Gav Matt Movember, as Cotton just stated. One thing I am glad about is that these handball decisions, there's no cards being spurred from it.
Yeah, because it's not intentional. That one wasn't intentional.
Of course. I'm looking forward to the second half.
Klopp struggling with his snood there.
Happens to the best of us, even the great man himself. And there you go, 1-1, 45 minutes in.
Right, I need a toilet break. I need to grab that double decker. So you keep everyone entertained, Ed, for 2 seconds.
Oh, I'll easily keep everyone entertained. So Liverpool scored the first goal via a Mo Salah penalty. No, I don't think you can disagree with that penalty decision. If anyone does disagree with that penalty decision, put it in the comments. The equaliser was then followed up by Gabriel Jesus. A fantastic bit of play. At first glance, I thought it was a bit of luck, but Jesus proving doubters such as Cotton wrong. And then Manchester City had the opportunity to score again, but they did not. Kevin De Bruyne, of all people, Mr. Moneyball, hits it too far to his left side, and the game goes on to be 1-1. It's been a 50-50 game, in truth. As I said, this game doesn't disappoint. Anyone new to the stream, feel free to follow our Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. We've hit 1,000 on Instagram. We're about to hit 700 on YouTube. And the interaction with the fans is why we do it. For other fans of football clubs, not necessarily fans of us.
Right, I'm back.
Cotton, what are you expecting in the second half?
I'm expecting more goals. I'm expecting City to try and capitalise on the way the first half ended. I think Klopp will be in. I think Klopp will be in there now, telling everyone to calm down a little bit. Just we're still in the game. I think he'll be a little bit annoyed. I don't think there's too much that Gomez can do about the penalty. I think they've defended well apart from the goal. So I don't really think he's got too much to be upset about. But I think he'll still demand more from him. I think.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. But as it stands, Tottenham Hotspur and Leicester City will be chuffed with how this game's going so far. Yeah, this 100%. Would leave, as it stands, Leicester top of the league. I believe. I'll have a look at the live table actually now. Let's have a look. Live table. 250 likes on the video.
What we like to see is what
nice little interaction today. It's been great speaking to everyone. Let me have a look at the Premier League table live. As it stands, Liverpool would go on to 17 points, but they would be behind Spurs on goal difference, which would leave Liverpool in third, which isn't too shabby of a result. Manchester City, though, would only be on 12 points if the game remains the same. That puts them 2 points ahead of Manchester United, 2 points ahead of Leicester. It puts them a point ahead of West Ham, level on points with Arsenal. It's a horrible time, but let's not forget Manchester City do have a game in hand alongside Manchester United.
I don't really think that's going to be too much of an issue.
What, with Manchester United's game in hand?
Mm. Now I've got to try and not chew into the mic.
Yeah, exactly that. Let's all watch Cotton eat food.
Yeah, my double decker.
ASMR. Describe it to us.
It's nice and chewy. Nice. It's annoying that double deckers and chocolate bars in general have gone down a little bit in size, but just a little. While we're talking about Liverpool, because this kind of links to Liverpool, Rangers today have beat Hamilton Athletic 8-0. Rangers look like this could be the year.
Rangers, let's not forget, they were winning at Benfica 3-1 before losing that win. They ended up drawing the game 3-0, but Rangers each year, Steven Gerrard's been there, have improved.
So Rangers are 9 points clear, but Celtic have got 2 games in hand.
But will Celtic win them games? Celtic don't look the outfit they have been in recent seasons. You'd expect Celtic to.
They won 4-1 today. Just quickly while it's halftime, I'm just going to have a...
Why no match? For broadcast reasons, we definitely cannot stream the match, but you can watch the game. You can watch it yourselves alongside us and tell us what you think.
Just having a look around Europe, not much really going on. Got Arsenal, Aston Villa tonight. And what looks like it's going to be the last box office game.
Oh, yeah, Roy Keane.
Well, hold on, I muted it. What's Roy saying?
He's calling Kyle Walker an idiot.
He's a car crash. Oh, I love Roy Keane, man.
I'll tell you what, Mo Salah, I'll be interested to know what he's... I don't think I've ever seen Mo Salah miss a penalty for Liverpool. I'm sure people can give me...
The size of Mika Richards' thighs, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable, isn't it? They're showing the Jesus goal again. It's a fantastic goal.
It's all the touch, man. The finish is standard. The touch is class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to hear Roy's thoughts on this. Come on, Roy. Yeah, no, he's right. He's saying if it's consistency, it's got to be a penalty.
Yeah, Roy Keane saying exactly what we were saying. I mean, look, you see me sat here in my Liverpool shirt. When it happened, I said that's a penalty. I'm not here up in arms saying it's an absolute disgrace. I'm saying I'm disappointed that these are penalties now, but
yeah,
you know, I'm not I'm a slave to the rules. If they're the rules, they are the rules, and you've got to go by it.
There's gonna be times this season. And I know that it's no solace and it doesn't make you feel better, but there will be times this season where your teams will suffer from it and your team will profit from it. It's the rules. It's the way it is now. We have just got to get on with it, man. Like it's not an intentional handball, but like we've said, his arm impedes the ball from getting into the box, which is the intention of the cross. So you can't really do much.
I mean, by the looks of it, we're already coming back for the second half. I don't feel like we've had a break at all.
Well, I'll got my double decker. I'm all right.
All right, at least we're all good. At least we're all good. Cotton, put it on full screen. Tell me your thoughts on the first half while I go through a quick break.
Okie dokie. Let me figure this out. There we go. There we go. Thoughts on the first half. Liverpool came out the blocks really, really well, which is what we thought and hoped would happen. City eased themselves back into the game. Just standard City, strangling possession. Got their equaliser through some really good football. Maybe questionable defending. But again, thoughts on the first half. It's a penalty. And like we were just saying then, as annoying as it is that these are penalties now, they are penalties now. And as a defender, I know it's so hard to just constantly remind yourself to defend with your hands behind your back or hands down or whatever. But that's what it's got to be now. You've got to have it constantly in your head that it could be a penalty. Now, I'd also suggest if that's the case, I've said this before on the channel. If that's the case, I'm as a coach during the week, I'm doing drills and I'm spending an hour at the end of training, and I'm telling my players I'm sticking one of the free kick men there or sticking a defender there, and I'm telling them to aim for a hand, and I'm telling them to try and win a penalty in that way. So, hold on, sorry, I messed that up there. There we go.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I was just saying that as a defender now, obviously you've got to keep your hands down. But on the flip side of that, as a coach, I would spend an hour on drills at the end of a training session, getting my players to whip balls into the box looking for hands, just aiming at hand height, because 9 times out of 10 now you're going to get yourself a penalty out of it.
No, see, that's exactly it. I don't. The problem is, it depends who you ask. When you speak to people who've been watching football, let's say 50 plus years, they've seen so many rule changes, but there'll be a defining era in their life which they consider the rules, and they can never accept the new rules. Like, you cannot like the new rules, but when a decision like that happens, you've got to now go, what are the rules now? That is a penalty.
Let's not forget. It wasn't an eternity ago that we had to bring in the back pass rule, and that seems so ludicrous now to even think. And we might even have viewers now that don't even know it was a real thing. Like to think they had to bring in a rule to stop people just passing it back to the goalkeeper and picking it up. Like, you could literally have gone 1-0 up in a game. That's it, game over. Not like 80 minutes of passing it back to your keeper, picking it up. Like, it's ludicrous that they had to come up with that. Same with the offside one. It wasn't that long ago that the player not interfering with play rule was brought into play. Which, if you want to talk about that, did you see West Ham's goal last night in the West Ham Fulham game?
Yeah, I've seen both goals. You can't talk about one without the other.
Like, well, Fulham didn't score because Adama Lookman missed the penalty.
One chance about the other.
Yeah. It was the West Ham one is what we say all the time, right? And there's always been this discussion. So the cross comes in and Haller is offside. but he kind of leaves it. But he makes a half-hearted like jump up for it. But then the defender still has to mark the player, and he still has to try and head that ball away because the flag hasn't gone up yet. You've still got to play the game. So he just little nod on header just to get the ball out of the way because it's offside. Ref doesn't give anything. It drops to Benrahma's feet. He passes. He scores. Now, Scott Parker after the game, rightfully so, was livid. Even he said, "But how is he not interfering with play? My defenders had to mark him. He's still in the attack. He's still in the box. My players had to mark him. He's took one of my defenders out of the game. That's interfering with play, is it not?" And
no, I agree.
Yeah, it's mad.
De Bruyne, no goal. Thing is, do people think De Bruyne will make up for that, or do you think that might have a psychological effect on him? I don't think so. De Bruyne is a different class of player.
He's stronger than that, and he will kick on from that. If anything, he's the kind of player that he'll want to prove a point. He'll want to prove a point and kick on from that.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to the second half. I mean, this might be... Usually, with games like this, I'm a nervous wreck the whole time. But I think the fact we're doing this watch-along and I'm constantly talking gets me past it just that little bit.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Who cares? Who cares? Liverpool and Manchester City fans.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's who cares, Les. Who do you support? What do you think of both teams? Or do you just not care?
Well, I think Les cares a little bit to find himself in the stream talking, so he must care some little iota about it. But yeah, Euro qualifiers, what a time to be alive!
I tell you what, though, I am looking forward to Serbia versus Scotland. I think we should probably.
That is just a scrap waiting to happen, isn't it?
I think we should watch that game.
That is a. Serbia,
that's a big game for Scotland.
Serbia-Scotland is a straight-to-DVD Football Factory 7.
Yeah, of course it is.
Serbia versus Scotland. Starring Tamer Hussein, who's been in every Danny Dyer film ever. I was checking my chat was working. Okay, Les. See you later, buddy.
Bye, Les. See you.
Thanks for coming.
Good old Les. Never changed.
Good old Les, yeah. What a guy.
What a guy. Right,
I think. Do I bother? No, I'm not going to bother. I was going to go chance my headphones, but these will do. These will do for now. Just not a huge fan of wired headphones.
See, I don't have a problem with wide headphones when I'm in like an indoor setup. I don't like them when I'm out and about.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I feel like I'm restricted.
Yeah, I hear that.
There we are. Roy Keane said exactly what we've been saying. 2 heavyweights going at it. Keep swinging in the second half, and he believes Liverpool will get the win. I still think Liverpool will get the win.
I don't think there's any reason to suggest that one team will comfortably win this. And I don't think either team can be upset if they did lose it. Thing is with Liverpool City, it's as he said, it's just like heavyweight boxing. One knockout blow could come from any moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Liverpool will win? Cotton believes Liverpool will win. Me, the Liverpool fan, I'm very hesitant. I'd like Liverpool to win. I think Liverpool can win. Will it happen? I don't know. Scores, it is 1-1 currently. Kickoff has just begun.
Off we go. I want to see that steward again. That's really annoying me.
The steward's still there. He ain't moved. He's actually been there since lockdown began.
Yeah. Sorry, just sorting. There we are. That's much better.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, I don't know.
I know. I mean, we'll have a look at it in slow motion.
I thought there was something wrong with that. He's got the card out.
I heard the connection because I heard 2 bodies hitting each other, but I thought I was under the impression he got the ball. I could be wrong.
No, it looked a bit.
Oh, John Matip got the yellow card. Sorry, I thought Jordan Henderson did.
Oh no, I was going to say yeah. It's pretty.
No, that's definitely a foul. That's definitely a foul. No complaints.
Is it yellow card worthy?
389 concurrent viewers, 285 likes. Please just give us your score predictions. Tell us what you think of the game. Tell us what you think of both teams. And if you want to stick about, don't forget to follow our Facebook page.
Was that a yellow card for you?
Yeah, I'd give a yellow card. I think he's just setting the tempo for the second half. I'm talking from a referee. I used to be a referee, like our very own Gav Mack, but the referee's just trying to take hold of the game. There'll be no more of them kind of challenges.
Bear with me a second.
Kevin De Bruyne, is he injured?
Well, he stuck one on him.
Well, you'd hope not. He's limping, but I think he might just have a dead foot. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne's fine. He's just recovering. Shame.
There we go. Hold on. There we go. Let's get this going.
Ooh.
There we go. We got the scores.
Cancelo gives away a free kick. Whether it was intentional or not, I very much doubt, but it's a foul nonetheless. Could not agree with you more. That's a free match ban as far as I'm concerned. Laporte's got his hands in the air going, where was my cover there? You had Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota both closing him down. A lot of respect there between Pep and Klopp. They all do speak quite highly of each other. It'd be very interesting to see if they both swap jobs. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying I'd be very curious to see how they dealt with both types of players. Could both teams replicate each other's style of football?
I don't think the City squad would handle the. I don't think the City squad would handle the press that Liverpool play. I don't think in the slightest. No,
and I don't think Liverpool could do the passing. Ooh. I think Liverpool probably could with the introduction of Thiago. Manchester City on the break here. Joe Gomez running with pace. Fantastic goalkeeping there. Brave from Alisson. Adrian would have scored then.
Jesus has got, talking about being brave, Jesus has got to try and get something on that though. He's got to gamble there. He can't just expect. Like the minute he saw Alisson coming, he's kind of like stopped any attempt to win the ball. Mane, edge of the box. Comes out wide to Salah on the right.
I think if that goes in, I think they would have been done for impediment being in an offside.
Yeah, I think they were interfering with play there. Yeah. Like we were just talking about at half time.
Yeah, look where Mane is. Mane was in an offside position when that happened. That would have been disallowed.
Yeah, I don't know what Ederson's doing there, though.
Tell you what, that's actually a few times Mane's done this. I mean, you look at two occasions where it was up for debate in the West Ham game. So Mane just seemed to find himself impeding the goalkeeper quite a lot.
Do you know what's crazy? Look, until Alisson had the season for Liverpool that he had last year, Ederson was like streets ahead as the Brazilian number one. And now he can't.
Alisson was always finishing ahead of him in terms of the Brazil lineup.
For a while, they preferred Ederson. When Alisson was at Roma, he wasn't really getting into.
They preferred Ederson when Alisson was at Roma.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, when he was at Roma, he wasn't really getting a look in. Is that not a yellow card for Walker there, booting that out of the stadium?
What, is Alisson injured? If Alisson's injured...
Oh, God. Adrian, this game is calling out for Adrian. That would be so good. You want a hectic finish to this game, get Adrian on.
City are winning this game. Liverpool passing it to Pep, really trying to get into the Manchester City players' heads there.
Yeah. Let's see you do the tiki-taka then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be interested to see why he was calling over looking over to the sideline. Was it a collision? Is he pulled a muscle? Has he?
Well, we know he had a shoulder injury for a long time, and he's just come back from that. It was quite a heavy decision. A heavy challenge when he recovered the ball in that last Manchester City attack. So we'll stay on it. I'm hoping he's fine because the camera would have cut back to him a few more times.
Yeah, I think it would have done. Or the camera cuts to Adrian warming up on the bench.
Oh, great header. Just a controlled header, retains.
Diaz has been good, man. Look really.
I love that line. He's quick, but not that quick. If the score remains the same at probably 65, 70 minutes, do not be surprised if you see Phil Foden make an appearance.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I don't know if Liverpool have any players they want to bring on.
If you're going to push for the win, there's no point in having Gundogan and Rodri playing. I mean, I'd take Gundogan off for Foden.
Play on. That's a foul for City. I'm shocked by that decision.
He's kind of thrown his body into Rodri. Rodrigo. Why is he down as Rodri if he's got Rodrigo on his shirt? You're just making our lives harder. Yes, Rodri, yeah.
This makes this incredibly hard.
Stinker, apparently.
Edison's quite far out, I won't lie to you. Game's having a little quiet patch. City doing what City do best. They're trying to slow down the game.
Just strangleholding the game, aren't they, really?
And there's nothing wrong with doing that, especially playing a side like Liverpool, which is just heavy metal and predictable crossing. I say heavy metal. They haven't been heavy metal for about 3 or 4 years. That's not been the game plan for a long time. It's just something the media like to throw about still.
Yeah, it's just easy to put hype packages with some generic metal that isn't metal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a guitar riff with some drums, and they're like, yeah.
Exactly that.
We need to get Levi on the blower. Get some Norwegian black.
Oh, Levi plays. Levi's got quite good with the banjo, to be fair.
Oh no, I know. I've been. I've seen that. We need to get a.
Only one corner in this game so far is ludicrous. I've got a sneaky suspicion.
Simon has a bet on. Yeah. So someone's got. He's probably got that 5 Liverpool corners, 3 City corners, or something.
Yeah, exactly that.
Simon, comment. Let us know what one you've got on, because we know you've got corners on, mate. We weren't born yesterday.
And I'll tell you what, that's not a. If you were going to put a corner bet on, it would be this game.
Yeah. It does. At the minute, it's all City going forward, really.
Oh, what a ball! I tell you what, Joe Gomez has to do better, or Joel Matip. Whoever's got the job of marking Jesus has not done a good job of it.
But back to what I was saying, if you have someone better, I'm sorry, if you have a better striker there than Jesus, he at least 5 Liverpool corners called it. I knew it.
So, do you have any Man City corners? You've still got a long time. Liverpool do love a good corner.
I bet he's got 3 City corners. But yeah, a better striker than Jesus there hits the target, 100%.
Let's not forget Jesus is the reason this game is 1-1 before.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, he got his goal, but he's got 3 goals this season, Jesus. Patrick Bamford's on 7. To be fair, Bamford's goal yesterday was quite nice.
He's having a good season, man.
Touch.
Oh, I should have done better then, Firmino, man.
Yeah, that do you know what? The camera angle has not done that. It's it's true justice because that has gone.
Let's go Liverpool. He's also predicting a 3-1 win to Liverpool. I tell you what, I'm more inclined to go 2-2. Xherdan Shaqiri coming on. The question is, where will he play? Will it be a midfield role?
Who's he coming on for?
That's the question.
Alisson's got a strain, so Xherdan Shaqiri is coming on for Alisson. It'll be Jota.
Gabriel Jesus has had Gomez in his pocket today. And there you go.
Ooh.
But no, that is a good point. It'd be interesting to see who Shaqiri comes on for. Myself and my dad are big fans of Shaqiri, and he would have been out the club had it not been for COVID-19. He got corona just before he was going to transfer away. So he still remained at the club. And
he was a unit at Basel and Bayern, man. The power cube. The best nickname in football.
He's a great player. He was great for Stoke. They called him lazy, but I liked him. And he scored something like 10, 12 goals for Liverpool in the short period he's had with minimal opportunities. But he's been playing more of a 10 role for Liverpool. And he assisted Diogo Jota in the win against West Ham.
He did, yeah.
Oh, Kyle Walker.
Hello.
That's a race you want to watch, Mane and Walker.
Walker's still so fast, man, and he's getting on a bit, but he's still rapid.
Free kick to Liverpool. He knew what was coming then. Could not agree with you more.
The Mane has looked for that foul. I was just about to say, it looks like he shaved his head at half-time, but I just realised it's raining, so his little bit of hair is just wet.
So here is the substitution. I'll be curious if one of the attackers comes off. Maybe Firmino. I'd be surprised. Firmino. Wow. Okay, that'll be a lot of paper talk. So look, Liverpool are now going molding back to a 4-3-3 if they're making this substitution. So that creates a three in midfield and Diogo Jota up front.
So obviously
we usually play.
We spoke before kickoff about Firmino and how effective he's been for Liverpool this season.
Handball. Oh, we've got another one there.
I couldn't tell you. I think his hands are too close to his side. I think Firmino hasn't offered this game anything, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Now they're going to check it. They've been waiting for the time to start. Yeah,
I think his hands were too far down by his side, man.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen a replay of yet, so we'll have a look.
Oh, I mean...
no, it's to the side. So, wishful thinking, yeah. I don't think they're even going to look at it.
Arms down, folded, turning
Liverpool fans with rose-tinted glasses will be moaning about that after the game if we don't get a result. But I'm not too disappointed with that decision. I think that was fair.
He's 2 foot away from him. His arms are crossed. They're down by his side. He's turning away.
Salah held on to that a bit too long.
It was good hold-up play to begin with, though.
I tell you what, this 4-3-3 has got Liverpool a new lease of life now, back to their normal formation. And I think perhaps they feel they're getting dominated in the midfield. City are retaining possession. And that was a poor ball there from Matip. Gini Wijnaldum, fantastic recovery.
He's so fast, man.
Who, Wijnaldum?
Yeah.
For a midfielder, he can really turn on the afterburners. I've seen them given. I mean, we've seen them given this season, but, you know, they don't have to complain too much. Is that Raheem Sterling, yellow card? Let's have a look at that.
It was like a late one on Matip, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. That's a yellow card. We crack on with the game. Raheem Sterling wants to watch himself. I've noticed him getting increasingly frustrated this game. And João Cancelo's gone off for Bernardo Silva. That is a great substitution. Whoa, so Shaqiri and Silva has 2 substitutions for the second half.
So who's going left back then? We going 3 at the back with a wing back?
Who's injured?
3 three at the back were wing backs for City then.
Alexander-Arnold's down.
Trent.
If you had him in your fantasy team, you will not be happy with this one. And I tell you what, that's a big loss if he has to come off. He's also selected in the England national team, so
it's all right. We've got 19 other right backs that we can
exactly.
use instead.
So this looks like we might have an appearance from Nico Williams, the Welsh right back, 19 years old, seen as the future replacement for Trent, perhaps when he hits a midfield.
Was it done in this sprint? Yeah, look, you can see him just pull up. Just pulls up, slows down.
The face on Trent indicates that he's injured. And we're bringing on Jimmy Milner. Perhaps we've gone for experience. So if you want to put a bet on for a yellow card, now would be the time.
I'm having a look.
Let's not forget, Milner does not possess a lot of pace in his latter career.
You are being so kind to him, saying he doesn't. That's a lot of pace. I'm going to use a lot of pace to quickly go to the toilet. That's how quick I'm going to be.
Oh, no. Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured. Looks like the substitution has already been made. Fingers crossed. It is not for a long time. It's all right. We've got plenty of spare defenders. Tell me about it. The fact Jimmy Milner, Mr. Reliable, was had to come in says it all. Surprising we didn't go for Nico Williams. Perhaps they thought it was a game too big. Just to state, this is not a Liverpool fan cast. Just Cotton has gone to the toilet and I'm wearing a Liverpool shirt. I mean, Liverpool are having a right defensive crisis this year.
Did I miss anything?
No, you didn't. I'm swapping us back around. OCD.
Probably back on the left.
So, yeah, as we've just seen, Trent has gone off. Another defensive injury for Liverpool. International break probably couldn't come at a better time. It doesn't look like there's much to it. But we shall see in the coming days.
I'm on such a mad shortbread hype at the minute. I don't know why.
Shortbread always makes me feel iffy.
No, I shouldn't eat it because I'm lactose and it's literally just all buttery.
But you're lactose?
I've only got 3.
Has he gone down? Okay, I mean, I wouldn't have suggested that was a penalty. I was just curious why he was down. Oh, Joel Matip nearly gets that. Fantastic. Oh, just got the player. Tell you what, it's been quite a good contest between Mane and Walker.
It has. There's been plenty of really good battles all across the pitch.
But this is it. I mean, you couldn't tell both teams are struggling. Well, I say struggling, Liverpool top of the league at the start of the thing. But I mean, they're both teams which have been under the spotlight. But when they play against each other, it's as if it's just the Liverpool and City of old. Or I say of old, you can't call it that, just of recent years. Jimmy Milner doing the dirty work.
He loves to get stuck in. He still loves to get stuck in.
He's a great player. I mean, the amount of different positions he's played in. And let's look at the clubs he's played for. Aston Villa, Newcastle, Manchester City, Liverpool, Leeds. He's played at some of the biggest clubs in England. You know, he's got God knows how many Premier League appearances. He's got the record for most assists in a single Champions League campaign. And that was at 30 years old.
Yeah, that's mad. He's one of those players that he won't get the credit and he won't get the plaudits he deserves until he retires.
No, I agree. I mean, I've seen him play. Like, he play when he fills in at like left back and right back. Like he does both. He fills in for both, and it's like, how can you do that? The only place he's not played in is goal, and I'm sure someone can correct me. I bet you there's a
Henderson.
bit of time when he's had to fill in.
Henderson with the press there was in the City box there, and I haven't seen that in a while.
This formation seems to have not gave City as much room now. I mean, you look at it; it's all very much in front of Liverpool. They're passing around the back. They've matched them with the 4-3-3 formation.
I think. Do you think, looking at the way this
Joe Gomez put some great defending there.
Looking at the way this second half has panned out, do you think that City would be happier with the draw than Liverpool would? Because it doesn't look like City
Liverpool would be happy with the draw.
Do you think?
I think City need the win more than Liverpool do. This puts Liverpool up to second. No, this puts Liverpool up to third. So they're still in the mix for the title. I mean, they would be if they lost, but you understand what I'm trying to say. But it leaves City so far off the mark. And City Liverpool have had a much tougher fixture list, in my opinion. That's why we noticed that Liverpool have a much better fixture list upcoming after the Leicester game. The thing is with Liverpool is that as long as they're still in the mix when a lot of players are returning from injury. I mean, let's not forget, I know they didn't have Thiago last year, but one of their marquee signings has played once.
Yeah.
You're missing Van Dijk, you're missing Fabinho, you're CDM. You've got Trent who's just gone out injured. If Liverpool are still in the mix and all these players come back, they'd still be favourites.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the way at the start of the season, the way things went at the end of last season, I didn't think Pep would allow his team to have another season the way they did. I heavily backed City to win the league. I'm not entirely sure about that now. I don't think City have done enough so far this season. I don't think they will do enough going forward. I think Liverpool are still the team to beat. I know Tottenham and Leicester and Southampton are top of the league and whatnot, but Liverpool are still the team to beat. Sloppy possession there from City, which you don't see that often.
Yeah,
Cancelo manages to keep it in, but then it's a hoof forward, and then it's given away again to Wijnaldum. Rodri has had a bad game, man.
That's a foul. Injured or doesn't want to sit on the bench for England. Maybe I'm a bit behind on this. Who are you talking about? Trent? Probably Trent.
Even though he doesn't want to sit on the bench for England, he wouldn't want to miss the last 30 minutes of a huge game like this. No way.
Yeah, exactly that. He could easily come out after. Okay, that's not what I want to say.
I think he's just trod on his foot, mate. I don't think it's just like, oh no, he's holding his stomach. I think he's got. Is he winded?
Okay.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Salah's injury record's actually really good. The only time I can think off the top of my head where he missed a spell was semi-final against Barcelona. He got injured in the first leg. No, he got injured in the Premier League game.
I was saying, and then against Real Madrid where Ramos snapped his leg off.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Like, they've been genuine injuries. They've not been like... They're ones where he's been forced off the pitch. Okay, you expect as the players get tired and as the clock goes down, some mistakes may happen. Poor there by Bernardo Silva to let that go out.
Yeah,
the game has slowed down, but no one wants to leave themselves exposed at 1-0.
I was going to say, Bernardo Silva's been pretty quiet since he came on.
The change in thing is, Bernardo Silva was made directly after the formation change by Liverpool.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't know if that was in place before the substitution was made.
Poor pass, but yeah, Bernardo Silva isn't really an impact player. You want him starting to create. You don't want to bring him off the bench. He's not blessed with blistering pace and whatnot. He can change a game off the bench, but he's not like an impact player, if that makes sense. Handball? Nope. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's gone out for a throw. You know, a free kick there or a throw in that position isn't really much different, is it?
Tell you what, as this game goes on, I'm getting more increasingly nervous.
I understand because obviously you're a Liverpool fan, but I don't really see City offering too much.
No, honestly, they've not responded well to the change in formation. Oh, fantastic!
It just seems like both teams are just wasting possession until the other one wastes possession until the other one wastes possession. Like
Diogo Jota's been in heaps of space, and Milner just seems very reluctant to get that ball in. Oh, Salah, poor touch.
Yeah, and as you said that, you could literally see Jota back post.
Yeah. He did not need to let that go. Yeah, he's recovered it.
Like, he even slowed down. That's how fast Kyle Walker is. He sprinted to that ball, slowed down, and hoofed it.
I tell you what, Liverpool are being really wasteful in possession now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Both teams are. Is literally there's not even many tackles going in. It's just loose passes are losing possession. Then City will have the ball and lose possession.
And they'll just kick the ball out for a throw-in. But as I said, Liverpool will be more content with a 1-0 here than Manchester City. Fock, Pasang Monk, Fock, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Shaqiri nearly gives away the ball. I didn't say anything, but I was about to praise him, which means in my head I did the commentator's curse. Poor.
It's all gone a bit scrappy from both teams here.
But which means you can easily give away. You can drop 2 points there.
Allison misplaying a pass that simple. You don't see that very often.
To be fair, he was put under pressure by Shaqiri losing the ball. I'm surprised Phil Foden hasn't even been warming up. I don't know if he's just been given no intention.
I am and I'm not because it's Pep.
Oh, good. He needed to make that tackle. That easily could have been a penalty. De Bruyne, fantastic. De Bruyne took far too long to unleash that ball.
Yeah.
No, that's not a foul. Liverpool playing it out the back. Yep, this is the point. They're playing out the back, and they've gave away a free kick. That'll be a yellow card because it's been a good thing to play on.
Yeah.
Definitely will go back and give Mane a yellow card there.
Get off of that.
Liverpool are being very wasteful. Playing out the back is not their strong suit. Getting it quick out from the defence is.
Mauro, if you want to be in the watch long, you're going to need to sit down, buddy.
You need to offer something, Mauro.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. He's going to plonk.
I think City look the more likely now. That was a poor ball from De Bruyne.
Yeah, but with Jesus being up front, there's no putting the crosses into the box. It's pointless. Jesus he's not that tall. There's not many aerial presences in the City attack. So if you can limit them to just sticking it in on crosses, then you're golden.
Yeah, I agree. See, this is it. Then you could have made a pass and got rid of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mane was looking for the foul, but
Jota again down the left was asking for that.
Play on. It was a handball from Kyle Walker. He's bringing it back for good refereeing.
I think, to be fair, I think the officiating's been good. He's let the game flow at the right times.
Oh, it's been great. Even the penalty, which never happened. Like, to me, that was a penalty. I've agreed with everything that's been given. Nothing's been soft. The game's flowed well.
He's given
probably
advantage.
His last 10 minutes.
That's the thing. He's let certain key battles just go. He's let players get stuck in.
Free kick to Liverpool.
As
Kevin
we've
De
said
Bruyne
that.
is not happy. Going back to Kevin De Bruyne, you say he looks jaded, a bit disappointed, and with the lackluster City. If they go on and draw this game, you imagine it's just going to get worse.
Yeah,
The
but
further
you
they
know
fall
what?
off top, the less motivated players like De Bruyne are going to be.
Do you think that obviously he's 29? Do you think he'd do an Eden Hazard and just say like, look, I've got one more run in me where I want to go somewhere and win the Champions League or do something different? Do you think De Bruyne would ever leave City?
Well, he's not signed a new contract, has he?
Well, yeah, it's true. So maybe waiting out this season, see what happens, see where they finish.
Yeah, if they don't give him hope. I mean, when you got a manager like Pep, they still, no matter what anyone says, they got the furthest out of anyone in the Champions League. That's a corner to Man City. Oh, man. 350 reactions to the stream. It's been positive chat, and it's been a good game of football. I've enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it's very easy to look at still images, but I've just seen a still picture of the Gomez handball, and it's very much a handball. But the still image can be misleading.
No, that was an intentional pass back. Everyone behave.
Isn't it?
All right.
You don't ask, you don't get.
No, very much true. Salah.
That's like playing Sunday League. You know, whenever you play Sunday League, and there'll always be one player that just appeals for everything to the ref.
That's just every Premier League player.
Like literally, even if you have volleyed the ball out yourself, it's like, then ref.
Great ball to Bernardo Silva, putting Robertson under pressure. Sterling against his old team. Oh, I tell you what, you do get. That's a foul. Clearly, that's even a yellow card in my books. Whoa!
Oh, that's a booking for Jesus as well.
But no, that was definitely a yellow card. No, that was a yellow card for the pullback on Salah.
Yeah, but I'd book Jesus as well because he stopped the. Oh, he has booked Jesus. Oh no, it's Laporte. I'd book Jesus there as well. He's literally just kicked the ball away, basically to stop the play.
I tell you what, this is exactly what you kind of want to watch as a neutral. The two best teams. Watching from Jamaica, Cheval. Welcome to the stream, man.
Welcome to the stream.
Absolute pleasure. Tell me, who do you support? Do you support neither? And what do you think this game will end at?
Action areas in the last 5 minutes, 1% in the City box.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But now you get to the last 10 minutes, gaps start to open. Who wants it more? Do Man City attack Liverpool and leave themselves bare bones, or do they accept the 1-1 draw?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. If I see anyone winning this game now, it's City. They've seen the more likely to push forward.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Whether there'll be another goal, I don't know. That's a different story. But the way things are going, Liverpool just seem really happy to just sort of like.
Oh no, but Liverpool ain't trying to force it. They're trying to bring City out of formation.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
which suits us.
But at the same time, that City team is so drilled that it will take a lot for them to completely lose shape.
Oh, nearly. Fair play. I'll accept that decision. We are also doing a Premier League review show later on tonight on our YouTube channel, but it'll also be streamed to our Facebook page. That'll be at 9:15 tonight after the last Premier League fixture. That'll be me, Cotton, and I think Gav's stopping by for that one.
Gav will be there. Gav will be there for that one. And that's our normal slot on a Sunday is 9 o'clock where we review the whole weekend's football. De Bruyne? No.
I tell you what, I'll look at the left back.
Bernardo Silva just diving in like that for like no reason.
See, Milner again, he's very reluctant to whip that ball in. And Milner doesn't have a bad pass for them.
But I think the objective at the minute is to keep possession. I don't think they want to waste it by sticking needless crosses in. I think they are just trying to keep hold of the ball. Matip's committed himself there. Nothing's come of it though, but he did commit himself a little bit too much on that. City are happy for this to be walking pace at the minute. They're not trying. Look, they're more than happy to just keep this the way this is. Like 10 minutes left in the game against Liverpool, and you need a win, and they are literally passing that round the back four.
Well, that's the thing. They're doing the exact same thing we said. They're waiting for us to come out of our shape, as Gary Neville's just alluded to. But we don't need the 3 points as much as they do. Both teams will want to win, though. There's no doubt about that.
I'm surprised City have taken this approach, to be perfectly honest. I thought they'd have wanted to come out and get something.
I mean, Matip has all the attributes of a great centre-back. Like, he's tall.
If he had just a yard or two more pace.
Oh, he did great defending there. Great defending there.
What a tackle. What a tackle. Still managed to get the pass away on the floor as well. That is great.
Raheem Sterling, a man you've got to watch there. Come on, I saw that coming a mile off.
Oof. I think Sterling on his run there, he's gone the wrong side of Matip. If he cuts inside rather than trying to go on the outside of him, I think he might have had his number. Milner, that's a long, hopeful ball. Ederson's got that all day. He's going to run for a goal kick as well. That's what I mean. Then there's no urgency from City, man. Absolutely no urgency.
I'd take a draw in this game. I really would. Considering the pace of this game, what it was for 70 minutes, it's been very slow for the last 15.
Oh, it's been a bit of a chore the last 5-10 minutes.
But there, look, tries to get it out quick. Look, this is what I mean.
Both teams are just looking for that. They're looking for that, not hit and hope, but they're both looking for that Hail Mary.
Yeah, pass.
Little long ball over the top to catch someone out in behind. They're both just doing that. It's keep possession. He's off on a run, quick stick a ball over, and then that's it.
Look, the way the game's ending has not been inspiring, but you imagine both teams will go for the win at some point.
I think both teams will get a half decent chance before the game's out.
Kevin De Bruyne got a bit of a limp to him there.
I thought he did add a little kick out at the end of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was an intentional.
Blessed.
Salah. Offside. Phil Foden.
85 minutes. What did I literally say? 85 minutes.
The problem is he's got a haircut of a 16-year-old going to an underage nightclub.
He's got the haircut of a 21-year-old going to an underage nightclub.
I don't know what Phil's thinking there. He does look like the manager's son.
And no, he literally looks like something out of Shameless.
But 85 minutes. This is an opportunity for Phil Foden to steal all the headlines.
But this is exactly what I was talking about before the game. Pep throws him on with 5 minutes to go. Like what? Unless he scores the winner or assists the winner in 5 minutes, like what impact do you really expect him to have? And I'm assuming Gundogan goes off because Rodri's had a stinker, but I'd rather trust Rodri with the last 5 minutes defensively. Unless he takes the ball.
He either scores the winner or he allows Liverpool the space to score. But again, both teams are waiting for the other team to create space by pressing them, and nothing's happening. Sadio Mane on the left. Offside? Or was he... Okay, I was surprised by that. I thought there was more players behind him.
Yeah, I'd like to see a replay of that because obviously he looked...
He looked a mile offside. But maybe
yeah, no, I'd like to see that again. I mean... What a weird one.
We have gained 250 followers on our Facebook page, which is always great.
Thank you, everyone, for today. That's been absolutely... That is a great number for a day.
That is a big jump. So everyone who's followed us, we appreciate it. Makes you feel good. It's nice to interact with people and gives you more of a reason to carry on doing it.
I wish we'd have all been correct with a 3-1 scoreline, though, either way.
You know what it is? It has been an entertaining draw, though, if it ends the way it does. I mean, I know the last 15 minutes have been lacklustre, but...
I'd say it was an entertaining first half.
No, I think the opening 15 minutes weren't bad. Acres of space there.
Bernardo Silva's so good, man.
Raheem Sterling, would he go for a penalty? Joe Gomez.
I mean, Liverpool, do you know what? Liverpool have defended really well today.
Yeah, I know. But bar that one free kick to Liverpool.
If you'd have told me that Liverpool were missing their main centre back today, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I think they've done really well, the pair of them.
Main two, if you count Fabinho.
Yeah, well. But that's the thing, right? So you're missing Fabinho, but Fabinho's a midfielder. You've got two centre backs out there that have had a good game. Like it shouldn't. Fabinho shouldn't.
Matip's a good option. He is a good option. He's injured all the time, and when you're not playing week in week out, you also have a mistake in you. But yeah, he has all the attributes of being a really good centre back. He is a good centre back.
He's getting on a bit though, when Matip, isn't he? Like 33.
He's 28.
Matip is 28.
I believe he's 28. I'll have a look for you.
29.
29, is he?
Yeah. I thought he was wow. He's been in the Bundesliga for 37 years.
Well, he was Schalke's number one centre back, and this wasn't the Schalke of today, which couldn't buy a win.
We got
another boy from Jamaica.
We got another Jamaican boy.
Jamaican two up top.
There we are, worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide with the pitbull of the football scene.
Yeah, that's the one. I will be soon enough, don't worry.
Yeah, you will too. I tell you what, I really thought someone would have gone for the winner in the last 5 minutes.
I thought someone, yeah, same. I honestly thought someone would have pushed on and tried to get it, but no one really has. Like I said, City have just been playing it around their back four like they're 4-0 up against West Brom with 5 minutes to go. Yeah, Gary Neville just said there as well. Like it's like both managers at half time said, "Both of you calm down. Like, what are you doing out there?" And that is what it seems like's happened. I imagine the managers have said, "Calm down." I don't think they believed that they'd calm down to this extent. But
can you pronounce that, Cotton?
What? Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, is that right?
Hello. Yeah, it's Nicaragua. Yeah, it's a South American country.
Oh, fantastic. So it's not right, it's wicked. Everyone tuning in from around the world.
Nicaragua. I'm sure that's South American, isn't it? Like, is it near Colombia?
Last 4 minutes now. There's got to be a winner. Come on. Not for City, of course.
Yeah, it's a Central American nation, and it's between the Pacific. So it's near Costa Rica and Honduras. There we are. There's the rainbow. The more you know rainbow. Walker's had a pretty good game, you know.
He has.
Right, now, 90th minute. So I'm going to ask that question. Who has been your man of the match in this game?
I'll tell you what, I know he gave away a penalty, but I think Kyle Walker's been...
I think Kyle Walker's been good. I'm going to go Mane. I thought Mane's had a pretty good game. No one's been outstanding.
Notice how they haven't announced the man of the match, probably because they're still waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to say Mane. We've got Simon there tuning in all the way from Holcott.
I think Henderson has been very good at keeping De Bruyne quiet.
He has, yeah.
I know he's got that one pass, but...
From a Holcott, considering me and Ed both live in Malton, that is literally a stone's throw.
Oh, it was the old trifecta we got going on here. If we combine our Wi-Fi, we'll have 10 megabytes a second. No, I'm joking.
I don't get too bad from Sky. I get like...
Manuel Neuer?
Cheeky.
That mini heart attack you have when you see your goalkeeper in no man's land.
Yeah.
Salah was offside there. Honestly, maybe I'm losing my touch with the old offside. Maybe it's just the camera angles.
I think it was from the original goal kick, wasn't it? I mean, not the goal kick.
The camera's just not switching fast enough because by the time I get there, they look a mile on side. Oh my God. I'll be honest with you, that didn't look a foul to me.
Jota raging.
Whoa. Is that a second yellow?
Oof, jeez. Yeah, he's off.
No, I think that's his first yellow card.
How has Walker not been booked yet? Yeah, it's 93rd minute and they're about to counter, like, have a wipeout.
If you're not on a booking, go for it. Man of the match, honestly, I'm going
because
man. Because how lackluster this game's been, I'm not feeling very ecstatic about anyone. I mean, lackluster the latter stages has been. It's not necessarily been a bad game. I've enjoyed it. Free kick to Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold's off the pitch, though.
Come on, then. Someone be a hero.
Xherdan Shaqiri will be the likely man to take this.
You're not going to shoot from there, are they?
Xherdan Shaqiri will. He's got a bullet of a free kick on him. Hopefully that's someone texting me, what a goal. 1-1, draw all over. No idea what that was. But,
you might as well have shot, man. Might as well have had the shot. Right. Ed, reflect on this for 2 seconds while I go to the toilet.
Yeah, Klopp was not happy with the ending of that. And it ends. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. The table. Liverpool go third, I believe, now, which leaves Leicester City top of the Premier League. Yeah, Liverpool are on 17 points, behind Spurs on goal difference and a point behind Leicester. Manchester City, though, left off in a much worse position. 1-1 draw all over, Craig. Thank you. Liverpool will be more happy with that result. Two big rivals in the modern era. But now we go on to an international break, which I'm gutted about. Tell me, do you think either one of these sides will go on to win the league, or?
I'll tell you what, the older you get, the quicker it goes through you. Well, that game had both the aspects of the game we didn't want it to be and wanted it to be. We said we wanted a fast game out the blocks and we wanted goals. And then we said we didn't want a bore draw. And we got both because we got both teams scored quite early in the first half. It was a really well contested affair in the first half. And then second half, it was just like both teams were resigned to just only taking a point.
And there we go. Well, I appreciate everyone following the Facebook page. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram as well. We're called the exact same thing, 2 Up Top Football.
In fact, there we go.
I was just saying, Cotton, how that leaves City in a worse position than it does Liverpool. Liverpool are still amongst the top players. They sit third position behind Tottenham on goal difference, a point behind Leicester City. We've still got one more game to play. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. We will not be watching that game, but we will be doing a review show on that at 9:15 with Gav Mack, an Arsenal fan, and another member of Top Football.
Yeah, so do you know what? We won't. We'll have a quick little chat about this, but we won't dwell on it for too long because we'll save it for the review show later. And if people want to see our reactions and thoughts to this game, then they'll have to watch that later. But yeah, Liverpool up to third. 17 points, only a point ahead of Southampton, which is absolutely mental. City, again, now only 2 points ahead of United. Make of that what you will. Only a point ahead of West Ham, but with a game in hand. But yeah, it was a really good watch along. I had fun interacting with everyone. We had people from Jamaica, Nicaragua, Holcott. We had people from all over.
I mean, we've had 387 reactions on our Facebook posts. I think at our highest point, we had 550 people in the stream.
Yep.
You know, it makes these games more entertaining for us, hopefully more entertaining for you. And if we're all locked down inside your homes and you just want to talk about football as you would in a pub, you're more than free of doing it. You know, you can come here, and I believe we'll be doing more watch-alongs. I want to do the Scotland game. I know that's a big game coming up. We'll probably do the England games as some of us are stuck at home and we can't go elsewhere. Any more thoughts on that, Cotton?
No, I'll be up for doing the Scotland-Serbia one. I'm now furloughed for 4 weeks again, so I've got nothing better to do than watch Scotland try and qualify for the Euros. So yeah, I'd definitely be up for that, and whatever internationals we've got during the week and whatever's going on.
Yeah, we've also got we've got the Premier League review show. We have the debate. We've also got a show on mental health coming up, completely unrelated to football. Well, not entirely, but it's definitely a subject worth talking about. We've also got there won't be any Champions League review next week. So
no, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Instead of doing the Champions League review show on the Thursday evening, let's do a European international roundup. That's what we'll do on the Thursday.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I think I'm all happy to close things up here as we are back on again at 9:15.
Yeah, that's the one. So from me, thank you everyone for the interactions, the likes, the shares, the comments, sticking around watching the game with us. It's been absolutely wonderful. Ed, say goodbyes.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Pleasure.
All right, and we're obviously, like we've said, follow all of our socials along the bottom here. Everything's at 2 Up Top Football: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music Podcasts, the lot. So we will see you guys later, hopefully, for the Premier League review show. So see you in a bit. Bye bye.